Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pass the Test YouTube channel. If you're looking for test questions for the Texas driving written test, you've come to the right place. This video has 20 DMV questions ready to test your driving law knowledge. Watching this whole video will increase your chances of passing the test and getting your license. But don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you'll have access to other practice test videos and more questions. Hit the notification bell as well so you'll get notified when we upload. Finally, make sure to give us a thumbs up and leave your feedback in the comments. Which of the following statements about parking is illegal? Question 1. When parking on a downhill grade, turn your wheels towards the curb. B. It is illegal to park on a freeway. C. It is legal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. D. It is illegal to park on a freeway. The answer to question 1 is C. It is legal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. In an emergency, it is legal to park on the shoulder of a road as far away from traffic as possible. Question 2. If a truck is trying to pass you, you can help the truck driver by A. Keeping to the far side of your lane and reducing your speed slightly. B. Keeping to the near side of your lane and reducing your speed slightly. C. Increase your speed. D. Beeping your horn. The answer to question 2 is A. Keeping to the far side of your lane and reducing your speed slightly. Question 3. When entering a main road from a private road, a driveway, or an unpaved road, you must A. Come to a complete stop and then yield the right of way to pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles on the road that you are entering. B. Slow down and then yield the right of way to pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles on the road that you are entering. C. Come to a complete stop and turn right onto the road you are entering. D. Come to a complete stop and turn left onto the road you are entering. The answer to question 3 is A. Come to a complete stop and then yield the right of way to pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles on the road that you are entering. If you are entering a main road from a private road, a driveway, or an unpaved road, you must stop before the crosswalk or sidewalk and yield to pedestrians and other vehicles before you may proceed. Question 4. A sign with black letters on an orange background is A. A guide sign, B. A service sign, C. A regulatory sign, or D. A work zone sign. The answer to question 4 is D. A work zone sign. Work zone signs warn drivers of unusual or potentially dangerous conditions on or near the traveled way. These signs have black letters or symbols on an orange background. When you see these signs, slow down and pay close attention. Question 5. If you see a pedestrian using a guide dog or carrying a white cane, you must A. Reduce your speed and pass slowly. B. Sound your horn to alert the pedestrian. C. Stop the vehicle if necessary. D. Switch on your headlights to alert the pedestrian. The answer to question 5 is C. Stop your vehicle if necessary. A pedestrian using a guide dog or carrying a white cane is blind or visually impaired. Under Texas law, you must take whatever actions are necessary to avoid injuring the pedestrian, including stopping if necessary. However, don't use your horn because it could confuse or frighten the blind pedestrian or the guide dog. Question 6. If you are parallel parked on the right side of the street, you should do the following before pulling out into traffic. A. Signal a left turn and look over your right shoulder. B. Signal a right turn and look over your right shoulder. C. Signal a right turn and look over your left shoulder. Or D. Signal a left turn and look over your left shoulder. The answer to question 6 is D. Signal a left turn and look over your left shoulder. Question 7. What is the correct hand and arm signal to indicate a left turn? Is it A, left hand and arm up, keeping hand and arm still? B, left hand and arm straight out, keeping hand and arm still? C, left hand and arm down, keeping hand and arm still? D, right hand and arm up, keeping hand and arm still? The answer to question 7 is B, left hand and arm straight out, keeping hand and arm still. The correct hand and arm signal for a left hand turn is left hand and arm straight out, keeping hand and arm still. Question 8. On a multi-lane freeway, pedestrians should walk A, on the shoulder, B, in the rightmost lane, C, on top of the median, or D, in the leftmost lane? The answer to question 8 is A, on the shoulder. For safety, every pedestrian must always keep an eye on approaching traffic. Under Texas law, he or she must walk on the sidewalk if there is one. On a multi-lane freeway, the pedestrian must walk on the shoulder facing oncoming traffic. Next question is question 9. Opposing lanes of traffic are separated by A, yellow lines, B, red lines, C, white lines, or D, black lines? The answer to question 9 is A, yellow lines. Opposing lanes of traffic are separated by yellow lines. White lines separate lanes of traffic moving in the same direction. Question 10. On a roadway with 3 or more lanes going in the same direction, which lanes usually offer the smoothest flow of traffic? A, the left lane, B, the acceleration lanes, C, the right lane, or D, the middle lane? The correct answer for question 10 is D, the middle lanes. Smooth driving allows you to keep more distance between yourself and other drivers. It also helps save gas. Where there are 3 or more lanes going in one direction, the middle lanes usually offer the smoothest flow of traffic. The left lane is for drivers who want to go faster, pass, or turn left. Slower vehicles and those turning right should use the right lane. Question 11. Following too closely behind a vehicle is also known as A, tailgating, B, side gating, C, aggressive driving, or D, defensive driving? The answer to question 11 is A, tailgating. Keep a safe distance from other vehicles on the road to give you plenty of time to react to the unexpected. Tailgating refers to following too closely behind a vehicle. This is a major cause of rear-end collisions. Question 12. Before changing lanes, you should A, check your speed and look over your shoulder towards the rear. B, check your mirrors and look over your shoulder towards the rear. C, check your rear view and side mirrors. D, check your speed and look over your shoulder towards the rear? The answer to question 12 is B. Check your mirrors and look over your shoulder towards the rear. Before changing lanes, you should check your mirrors and then check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder towards the rear. Question 13. If you are signaled by a flag person at or near a railroad crossing or work zone, you must A. Follow the flag person's signal if you're in the right lane. B. Follow the flag person's signal no matter what lane you're in. C. Follow the flag person's signal if you are in the left lane. Or D. Stop and ask for help. The answer to question 13 is B. Follow the flag person's signals no matter what lane you're in. If you're signaled by a flag person at or near a railroad crossing or work zone, you must obey the flag person's signals, no matter which lane you happen to be in. Question 14. When entering or exiting a roundabout, you must A. Keep left, B. Increase your speed, C. Change lanes, or D. Keep right. The answer to question 14 is D. Keep right. When you're entering a roundabout, you must keep right of the center island. Do not stop if the way is clear. Travel around the circle till you've reached your desired exit. Then give a right turn signal and exit the roundabout. Question 15. In Texas, you may make a left-hand turn at a red light if you are turning A. From a one-way street onto another one-way street. B. From a two-way street onto a one-way street. C. From a two-way street onto a one-way street. Or D. From a two-way street onto another two-way street. The answer to question 15 is A. From a one-way street onto another one-way street. In Texas, you can turn left on a red light when you're turning onto a one-way street, from a one-way street onto another one-way street, unless signs prohibit it. You must still come to a complete stop and yield to all the pedestrians and traffic before you turn. Note the laws on left-hand turns on red are different in some other states. When traveling out of state, always check with the local traffic laws. Question 16. To enter a main road from a driveway, an alley, or the roadside, you must A. Not make a right turn. B. Reduce your speed and enter the main road. C. Enter the main road at increased speed. Or D. Yield to vehicles already on the main road. The answer to question 16 is D. Yield to vehicles already on the main road. Drivers entering a road from a driveway, an alley, or the roadside must yield to vehicles already on the main road and to bicyclists and pedestrians on the sidewalk, shared use path, or bike lanes. Question 17. You must maintain a constant speed when passing or re-entering the lane in front of a truck or bus, because trucks and buses require A. Less room to maneuver than cars, B. Longer distances to slow down than cars, C. Shorter distances to slow down than cars, or D. Less time to stop than cars. Because of their large size, trucks and buses need greater distances to slow down than cars do. You should maintain a constant speed when passing and re-entering the lane in front of a truck or bus. If you pull in front of a truck or bus and then slow down suddenly, you might end up getting rear-ended by it. Next question is question 18. A double solid yellow line in the middle of the road means that passing is A. Not permitted in either direction, B. Permitted in both directions, C. Permitted for heavy vehicles, or D. Permitted in one direction. The answer for question 18 is A. Not permitted in either direction. A double yellow solid line means that passing is not allowed on either side of the road. Question 19. While getting onto a freeway, you reach the end of the on-ramp. At this point, you should be traveling A. At the speed less than the speed of the traffic, B. At 50 miles per hour, C. As close as possible to the speed of traffic, D. At 30 miles an hour. The answer to question 19 is C. As close as possible to the speed of traffic. When you reach the end of a freeway on-ramp, you should be traveling as close as possible to the speed of traffic, weather and ramp conditions permitting. Question 20. At an intersection that is not controlled by signs or signals, you must yield to A. Vehicles coming from the right, B. Vehicles approaching from behind, C. Vehicles going straight, or D. Vehicles coming from the left. The answer to question 20 is A. Vehicles coming from the right. When approaching an uncontrolled intersection, such as one without signs or traffic signals, yield to vehicles coming from the right. However, always be prepared to yield rather than take a risk of conflict that can lead to an accident. If you've missed any of the questions, just rewatch the video again before you take your test. But we are sure you did great, and we hope you are now more confident to take the driving test. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video to be helpful, make sure to subscribe and like. Also, check out our other videos for more Texas driving questions.